So it's time for me to show you my wash day routine. And so this is what it looks like after I stretched it and I measured it. I'm going to go ahead and wash it. I'm going to go ahead and take off my ring now so that I don't forget it, because I use my Russell clay, so make sure you've done that. Take out my earrings, take off my jewelry, and I'm going to prep everything, and I'll let you see what everything is that I'm doing. I do it under an hour, I do it really quickly, and I do it as I go. But for these purposes, I'll go ahead and show you me prepping it and all that stuff. So I do a lot of the same things that I've always done. So by the way, welcome to my channel. Patrice D'Evans here. Make sure you subscribe to click the bell. Happy New Year. This is my 2021 wash day routine, letting you know what my update is and what I've been doing with my hair. We're doing a series where I am protecting my hair for 6 months from January to June. So I hope you join me. And join the Joy Seekers by Patrice D'Evans on Facebook. Make sure you answer all the questions, especially the ones with abiding by the rules of the group. And once you do that, then you'll be accepted in there, and we can talk a little more about all this stuff. If you want to buy my products that I use, you can go to ayurvedicgirls.com and get all the products. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. So there, I start off with J.O.Y. I use both the wash and the Russell clay. Then I use my leave-in along with the J.O.Y. And then I will steam it with my new steamer here, clothes steamer. And after I steam it, then I'm going to go ahead and put in my conditioner with the leave-in conditioner from Shea Moisture. And then I'll leave that in and I'll seal it. I seal it with my growth oil, as you can see there. And then normally I would put my gel, but today I'm not going to be putting the gel because I'm going to be braiding it, getting it ready for the weave. So let's get started. So here I am getting my hair wet. And because I have low porosity hair, as you can see, it takes a minute for my hair to absorb the water. So I'm just trying to rinse out any excess product or anything that I have on my hair. And you see it's not taking very easily. So it's really important to know when you have low porosity hair that it doesn't soak in water easily. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the J.O.Y. shampoo in my hair. Can't see it because it's kind of clear. I'm almost done with that too. And there you go. I'm putting it on my scalp first, if I can get it out. And I don't section my hair up because I have fine hair. It's medium density. And I let it go to the ends with no problem. It's kind of simple to wash my hair. But here we are. I'm getting my scalp and the rest of my hair. So now I'm ready to let it go through all of my hair. And now it's starting to soak into my hair shaft more. And this will be the first wash. And I can see now that it's actually getting clean. That's the first wash. And because of the low porosity hair, for all our low porosity naturals out there, you need to really get all of the product out of your hair. Everything has to get out of there. So don't be afraid to wash it as often as much as you need to make sure it's squeaky clean. You can see the different textures I have in my hair. The back of my nape is actually very straight when it's wet. All right, so now that I've washed it once, I'm gonna go back in, I can see the water starting to go into my hair a little better. But I need to wash it one more time because I can still feel there's something on my hair because I put oils in it. So I'm going to do it one more time. The washing of my hair is like a big deal because I can't get any of the product in there to moisturize it unless it's clean first. So I really want to make sure I clean it. But what I've established is that I don't worry about the fact that I'm really cleaning my hair too much because I go in afterwards with my Russell clay and it replenishes my hair as well as cleaning it at the same time. And you'll see the difference between the way it looks right now and the way it's going to look in a minute. All right, let's go in with my Russell clay. There you go. I've already done my mixture. Just has water and Russell clay in it. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in. I'm trying to get it in just like the shampoo. So I'm going to get it all around my hair, and I just love my Russell clay because it gives me that hydration. It cleans it, it balances out my pH. It does all the things I really need for my hair. So this is one of the most important things I do with my hair. Get it cleaned, strip it clean, and then replenish it while still cleaning it with my Rosso clay. I prefer Rosso clay over bentonite because I feel like bentonite clay because it feels softer and moistened for my hair. It moistens my hair much more afterwards and during. So you can see I have it all in my hair. I literally feel like this is probably one of the best steps to my wash day routine and then one of the most important steps, especially if you're a wash and go girl. This is the secret to getting defined curls from the beginning, because now you have clumped hair, you're hydrated, you can actually already see your curls now. So now I'm actually cleaning my scalp and throughout my hair from root to tip. I love that I can see the length of my hair. I actually can detangle with it. It's just so gentle. And I just love my Rosso clay. I even love the slip. It's amazing. So I've used my Rosso clay, this step, to trim my hair because of how it hangs so well. So now it's time to wash it out. As you can see, you can put it on your face, you can put it on your body. The Rosso clay is just great stuff. So now I'm going to rinse it out. I want you to see how hydrated my hair is. It's amazing. First thing I put in my hair once it's clean is this Rosso clay, and it goes straight through the shaft of my hair. You can see all my curls. It's so healthy. Do you see that? The hair grew darker, richer looking, and you can tell it's completely hydrated. So with this low porosity hair, it takes a while for it to get hydrated, but the Rosso clay really bumps that up. And of course you still need to deep condition and all of that, but this is that base that you're working with. So right now, what I'm thinking is, yes, my hair is clean and hydrated, and it feels great. This is what I look forward to doing first and foremost in my wash day routine. So I want you to really see, look how hydrated my hair is. It's just amazing how different it is from when I first started. So I'm just going to really make sure I got all of the Rosso clay out of my hair so I can go on to the next step. So I'm just spending that time to really, really make sure all the water's in there. It's very hydrated. And there you go. All right, so I've already washed my hair, first step. And as you can see, I have 2 steps for washing my hair. And I really get the dirt out. And once I do that, now today is something unusual. I am going to do my treatment. I'm going to do my clay treatment. This is my Ayurveda Curls clay mask. You can get that at ayurvedacurls.com. You get 2 ounces. This is about 3, this might be 4 ounces right here. I might have done 2 here. This is what that looks like. If you want me to do a video on a mask, a clay mask, an Ayurveda clay mask, let me know. But it has all the same ingredients that the growth oil has in it, but it's extracted from the oil and it sits for months. I marinated for months. So this is just so beautiful. Now, when I want to dye my hair, I always add more clay to it. I add more of the henna to it to make it more potent. But right now, I'm going to braid my hair for a month and I'm going to have it in for a while. I decided I'm not going to trim it today. I'll decide later if I can, because I just didn't, it was going to be time consuming. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do all my steps. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to use my steamer to get it in the shaft, and I'm going to get a plastic cap, keep it in for a little while, wash that out, and then we'll go ahead with my deep conditioning, honey mask right here. And I'll use the deep conditioning honey mask along with my J.O.Y conditioner. All right, so here we go. We're gonna get started with getting this in my hair. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my hair a little wet again because I had to wait to be able to do this and get it all ready and get the camera ready and everything. So I'm gonna moisten my hair again just to get it a little wet. But this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put a little steam on it to open up the pores, put this in, and then steam it in and put the cap on, okay? Be right back. So I have my Conair steamer. I don't want anything to get on me, so let me see what happens if I press it, get all the water out. There's water in the dispenser. Okay. All right. So I had to add some water to my hair just to get it all in there. And now I'm going to use a steamer to really get it in there. Let me start with the back like I'm supposed to. Now it's time to go ahead and put my cap on, and my hands are in orange, good. So this is what it looks like when it's got moisture in it. I'll leave it for 30 minutes. I'll leave it for 30 minutes and we'll come back. All right, so I had this in for 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes since I've had this in, and you can tell that it's kind of moist. Let's see what it looks like. So this is where your bathroom gets really messy. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this out now that I've done this, and I haven't done it in a while. I like that, you know, it's heavy and it shows me my hair, my length sometimes. This looks like a dread right there, but I don't think it is. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so that's what my clay looks like. Kind of gives me a good glimpse of like how my hair is, because sometimes it's longer on one side and short on the other. When I have the clay in my hair and when I have my mask, it weighs my hair down and it kind of gives me a better look of what's going on with my hair. So right now, I may not have had it dyed very well because this time I did the mask instead of just the clay and water. And when I do that, the oil actually makes it so that it's not as strong. So I may still have gray hair, but at least it's better than not doing it at all. And then I have the grays here. I could see here that it didn't take. But I'm gonna go ahead, because I'm braiding my hair, I won't worry about it this time. Next time I won't do clay, next time I'll do straight up henna with water. But I'll just alternate it. Okay, so there you go. Let me go rinse this off. I'll be right back and we will do our conditioner. All right, so I washed out my mask. I washed it out. There you go. I've already washed that out now, and I noticed something. I usually do the LCO method, but when I did that mask, it ended up being the LOC because it had oils in it. So now I have oils in my hair right now. It's very oily, and it's really good what it is. And I can still see the grays. So it did a little bit, but it didn't really dye it the way I want. And I anticipated that happening because it had the oils in it, which brings down the gloss and dye. See, I still have some grays, but that's okay. But you can see the hydration's still there. And this is my protein. So it kind of restored the protein in my hair, which is great. Let's see what it looks like here. And it kind of needed that. I'm not gonna trim it this time. And if I do, I'll let you know, but I'm gonna give it one more month because the truth is that I just don't feel like it. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna go ahead and do the deep conditioning, starting with my deep conditioning honey mask. And I'm going to bring in this. Now this is huge. I got this from Amazon. I think I've had it over a year now. So this is the Smooth as Silk Deep Moisture Conditioner. So what I do is I mix this with my conditioner, and this is what it looks like. So this is my conditioner. It's a honey-based conditioner with all kinds of wonderful ingredients, as you already know. Y'all know this already. When I put it with my wet hair like this, it actually goes on so nicely. And I'm gonna start with the back. So I always make sure that goes into my hair first. And just to give it a little extra slip, I add the Giovanni, but I don't put a whole lot because of my low porosity. But with the fact that, because of the fact that I had, well, I'm gonna put a whole lot. Because of the fact that I did a protein treatment with my mask, I'm gonna really make sure I put a nice amount in my hair. So there, just make sure it's in there. It's wet, my hair's wet, so that the, I'm looking at the monitor, so excuse me, I'm not used to that. So, just wanna make sure that my stuff's going in first. And this is just gonna be an extra thing that I just add to it to give it a little, just something more. Not a whole lot, just a little bit, because sometimes you try to wash all of the mask out, and this next step helps get all the mask out of my hair, all the little grainy pieces from the mask. I'll put a little bit more because I really like, I want to just make sure I get as much moisture in. It's not a whole lot, just a little bit. Just make sure it's in there. But with low porosity hair, you really don't want to be putting a lot of gook in your hair anyway. So there, I have a nice amount in there. In my hair, I'm going to separate it, really make sure it's in there. Make sure it's in each one on the ends. And because I did the lock method this time, I'm going to say that it wasn't on purpose, but I could have done this first and then added the clay afterwards, and that would have been more of an LCO method because the oils in the clay would have come in after I've already given myself a deep conditioning treatment. But this time I didn't do that. Wow, I need more. There's hardly any left in here. I guess it's time to buy more of this. So I'll just take as much as I can. Not a whole lot. And I'll make sure the back has a good amount, because that's where the moisture is really needed. And now is the time to really moisturize. I really have to moisturize because of the treatment. So let me make sure I got that in there good. Okay, now what happens with this is that this is honey. So once the heat gets in there, it starts to melt. And what I love about having my steamer is that now I can do this much quicker. So excited. I didn't want to do it quickly with the clay because I wanted to make sure that all that clay was really getting in my hair. Because it's not very moist and it's not a lot of water, I needed to make sure it got in there. So I really think it's in there. My hair feels really good. And now I'm going to steam my hair with the honey. Here we go. And make sure there's nothing falling out. There's still water in there. Make sure the water's gonna surprise me and fall out of there. Okay, there. Let me go in the back first. So if you're new and you're just coming in now, this is replacing my Kiridu. I don't know how much it cost me, but I couldn't imagine more than like 20 something or $30. Doing the edges because I've been wearing a wig. Gotta get the moisture back in after that natural protein treatment I did with my henna mask. So what I do, y'all, is right after I feel like it's been steamed very well, I wash it right out, and then I do the leave-in, I do the same thing, and then I'm done. I just seal it in, and then I'm done. And that's how the steamers have really cut down my wash day. All right, now I feel like I'm cooking some honey, honey for dinner. Okay, so there, it is in there now. I have all my honey conditioner in there, and with a little bit of the J.O.Y. Now I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this out, and I'm gonna put the honey back in there again as a leave-in with my Shea Moisture leave-in. Okay, so I'll see y'all in just a moment. All right, so I just washed it out. Okay, and I'm gonna take my microfiber towel, kind of get some excess water out of my hair. Whew. This is the last step. So I'm gonna put my ring back on. Might as well put my earrings back on too. And because I've been doing so much washing, I'm gonna use my daughter's butters for my lips. And I don't always put it all over my face, but for now, I'm gonna put it all over my face. Moisture, my mascara is like all over the place. There we go. All right. Okay, so this gives me a little bit of moisture for my face, and I'm gonna take off any excess. Oh, that feels really good, since you have to keep staring at me. All right, so now that I've get some more excess, we're gonna start all over again with the conditioner, but this time we're going to use my Ayurvedic Curls Conditioning Honey Mask. And I'm going to add that and mix that with my Shea Moisture Leave-In and Restore Conditioner, okay? So what I like to do is mix the two. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So this is leave-in time. Now my daughter, who has tailbone length hair, she uses this as a leave-in as well. It helps with the wash and go, it helps with everything. So I made a decision to do that once. I take it and then I take some of this, my leave-in, and I just like putting them together like that. It's a nice little blend. And I'll put it in the back first, of course. And with the edges, make sure your edges are taken care of. And then the rest of the hair. And because I have low porosity, I'm trying my hardest not to overdo it. So I'm gonna try and get this in here good, especially since I did that protein. Just make sure it's in there good. And if it's not overdone, then it can really get in there, because I've done a lot of things, and so there's a lot of stuff going in my hair chef right now. I'm gonna go ahead and, but because I'm doing this long term, I'm gonna do a little bit more because this is prepping for my weave. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more. I'm gonna put a little bit more leave-in. I'm gonna blend it. And now I'm gonna get the ends, because I really want my ends to be moist when I take my hair out in a month. So definitely go into my next video on my prepping for my weave. Put a little bit more in the back, make sure it's very moist. Okay, so now to really get all this in here, let's get that white out of there. We're going to do what? Steam. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Here we go. There's still a little bit water here. Let's get going. Let me make sure any water that might be sitting around and wants to hang out, come out, get it out. Okay. Now I've been having it on low. Let me see what happens if I put it on high. What does it look like? High heat. Let me see, I'll do that for the back. I'll put it on the back only. High heat. Interesting. Does it look like it's melting? right, I think I did it. All right, so now that we've done that, the last step of my wash day routine is me sealing this in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But what I normally do, for those of whom are new to my channel, I would take the step and I'll seal it in with my growth oil, which is here. All of my products you can get at AyurvediCurls.com. So hopefully you can see that. Let me see if it's in there good. There you go. And I'll seal it in with my growth oil. But the next step would be my gel. That's what I normally would do. And then I would band my hair. So this is my gel. Beautiful product. And I just hope you go to Ayurvedic Curls and try yours. Now, I'm not doing that now because I plan on weaving my hair. My next video is going to be about me prepping my hair to weave it, braiding it, and what I'm going to do to prep it. So I hope you join me in that video. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and seal this, and that'll be the last thing I do before I prep my hair for the braids. I will not do the gel and the banding. But there's a separate video of me banding my hair. And if you want me to do just a video only on me banding my hair, then definitely send me a message and I can do that for you. Let me just see if there's any leftover little grains from, because sometimes that's going to be the case when you do the mask, especially if you do one as extensive as I did for 30 minutes like that. You might end up with some stuff still in your hair, but that's okay. It's very straw-like for like a few days, but it'll be all right. All right, so this right here is going to be where I want to start. I'm going to go ahead and make sure all that moisture is in. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. I don't have like the white in it anymore because everything's in. It's so amazing. And so I'm done with my wash day, except now I'm just going to seal. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I used to do and get the crown area done first to make sure it's happy and done. Okay. Here we go. There. It looks like it's nice and sealed. Doesn't it look like it's moist and like everything's in it? Doesn't it look great? All right, this should be down here, yeah. So this is that. And normally I would have trimmed this, but I'm not going to trim it. And then the measurements, they might be a little bit better if I don't trim it because I already measured it. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave it like this. I'm going to go ahead and start with my growth oil. Start to seal this with my growth oil. I like to seal the ends first. Make sure that they're good and sealed. Nice and sealed. Because I'm putting it away for a while, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit in my scalp. Just make sure I got some. Yeah. See that? Okay. Because this area is very delicate. And the last thing I need is for it to get really dry while it's in the braids. I'm going to attempt to do something I haven't done in years. So now I'm going to go ahead and oil this up even more. Seal it really well. There, it's nice and sealed. Nice and sealed. I'm going to do something I've never done. This is my daughter's butter. Go to marianabeauty.shop and go ahead and get yours. I've never done this, but I'm going to take a tiny bit of her butter and I'm going to mix it in with my oil. And this is only because I'm going for so long with it. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on the ends and throughout, especially in this area here. Just give it a little bit more of a sealant to really get that moisture in and really get it down there. And now I got this crown. It's so well taken care of right now. Look at that. It's got a lot. I'm going to put a little bit on the edges. Make sure the ends. And that'll make me feel really good when I have this in for so long, because now the scalp's oiled, everything's taken care of, it's clean. I'm gonna brush it out. And this area, the problems area, is now happy. I consider that happy, that's what I call it. So now that I feel like I really did a great job giving this part of my hair what it needed, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it around here. I'm not going to put gel. Instead, in place of my gel, I'm using my daughter's butters. So we got that done. And now let's get this last piece done. Get some oils in there. The ends. That touches my hair first. And it's gonna go on all of my hair. It's a lot of oil. On my scalp. Get it all in the scalp. All right, and now let's get a little of her butters. Just gonna make sure I get the ends and go up. Make sure the edges are happy. And brush it through. So let's hope that worked out. So now we got all that in my hair, and now I'm actually done. I am done with my wash day. Thank you for joining me. And if I haven't already said Happy New Year, Happy New Year to you. This has been a great month, January. Just continuing on with what we started the year before. It's not like we are doing anything brand new. We are just continuing it on, because if you say that, that means what we were doing before wasn't that good. We were already on a good path. Now we're just gonna continue on that wonderful path and just start some new goals for this year to go even further, right? All right, so there we go. Put some on my eyebrows. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video where I prepare for the weave. See you in a bit. Bye.